Hey guys, this is Crispy.
And this is Bread, and we are here to take a look at For the King. This is an early access quasi-roguelike game that we've been playing. It takes some elements from some other games that I like. You have what's called the lore store. It's where, if you've ever played a game like Necropolis, essentially in Necropolis, you find lore and you use that to buy bonuses. In this, you use it to unlock items, encounters, locations, and new characters. This game is rather difficult. This is not one that I think you're going to beat your first try. It took us 3 on the easy difficulty, which is what we're getting ready to try again, is the easy difficulty. And when we beat it, we had characters and items that you don't have at the beginning. I would say it's possible to do without unlocking anything, but kind of unlikely. So, yeah, let's jump into it.
And you will see stuff that we have already unlocked from the lore store.
Right.
In this playthrough.
And so, the blacksmith is a character that you actually have at the beginning. Crispy took a look at the blacksmith, and then we unlocked the woodcutter, but she had a preference for the blacksmith. This is the secondary mage. The first one's a scholar. It's an old dude. She gets an ability that lets her use an item to heal the party instead of having to have an item that allows her to do it. And this is the secondary archery type character, which is a trapper. They are good for ambushing enemies, which you kind of have to have. Like, you can't do it without it. I don't see it being... I wouldn't say it's impossible to beat without this kind of party composition, but this is the most efficient. Ambusher, healer, mage, tank. Like,
this is the most efficient that we've used.
I'm not saying that there aren't other ways to do it, but this is definitely what works best for us. Good King Bronner has been slain. The once peaceful kingdom of Fahrul is being corrupted by wild chaos energy and ravaged by monsters and bandits. The grieving Queen Rosamond has called for Fahrul's ordinary citizens to search the land for the king's murderer and the source of the chaos energy. The tale now begins in the Guardian Forest, where there have been rumors of suspicious activity and sinister strangers in the woods. 3 would-be heroes meet in Orton to begin their quest. First, the wizard Vexor vanishes, then my own husband was slain in his palace. You may be the last hope for Fahrul. Seek out Hildebrandt and Woodsmoke. You'll be told how to best aid our efforts. Your quest has begun. Strive against this chaos, lest our realm be consumed by it. So, like, in the lore for this game, I like what it does. So these guys aren't trained soldiers. They're not, it's not a powerful mage, a warrior, and an archer that's actually trained in combat. These are guys that come from, a civilian background, an herbalist, a blacksmith, and a trapper. They're not fighters. They're not heroes. You have that. You start at level 0 even. You have that rising up to become a hero, or dying horribly, which is more likely to happen. But it lets you feel that curve. Like, the fights in the beginning are tough, but as you progress, it starts to feel easier. You feel like you're becoming a powerful mage warrior, and Mackenzie's ends up being like a ninja in mine when we played it before. So this game is driven by the fact that chaos increases. So each blip represents 1 turn for each character. Once you hit this blip, that little emblem there goes here. Chaos increases by 1. At the first level of chaos, enemy health is at 105%. At the second level of chaos,
it's 110%.
Yeah, and the third level of chaos, like, all hell breaks loose. Like, it starts raining purple, and there's purple lightning, and this big nasty purple thing,
and you also take damage every turn.
Yeah, that's the mechanical part that sucks, but it looks horrible. There'll be different things that reduce chaos. That's kind of what drives the story. It forces you to do things instead of just explore. So, like, the main quest is pretty much always going to reduce chaos. You'll find little random encounters that do it, and you can take quests to do it, which is what we're going to take a look at now. So, each region, so far it seems, so when I complete a quest, it'll say there's no more quests available here right now, which leads me to believe that they should come back, but they don't. So each region, like, this is the Guardian Forest, this is the Golden Plains. You can take one quest in each region. Once you do it, you're done. So, whoa.
Ooh.
We never saw that item before level 9 in our last playthrough. That is an awesome thing.
Yes, it is.
So when you take these quests, there's no time limit on it. So I could take the quest to reduce chaos, wait until I get a chaos, and come over here and do it. Which is actually what we usually do. So what do you think? A fire silk or reduce chaos?
Well, look and see how much the gold is as well. Because you will need
30 gold,
in this
46
game.
gold. 46 gold just to travel to a night market.
Go ahead and look around real quick and see if there's a night market near us.
It says it's in the Golden Plains, so it's going to be up here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we go with our normal plan and reduce chaos.
Yeah, because chaos will build up in this game if you do not watch and be careful.
Okay, so let's... I don't know if you saw, we should have pointed it out when it started, but this 5, right now it is my turn, Bread's turn. I can move 5 blips, 5 hexes. It rolls dice based on your speed for how far you move. So, strength, vitality, intelligence, awareness, talent, speed, and luck. Or, for me, it's muscles, broken heart, brain, eyeball, juggling, ninja, and clover. Those are percentages. That's what they are for. So, like, I'm a mage, so I'm intelligence based. So when I attack, I have a flat 81% chance to fill each of these blips. The staff does 6 damage, so 2, 4, 6. If all 3 are filled, I'll do 6 and have a chance to crit. If I only fill 2, 4, 1, 2, and all 3 or none, no damage. This symbol means that it's two-handed. Right now, it's the only equipment that I have. This character also has an ability to do a party heal, which uses these herbs to heal everybody. So strength is for strength-based weapons. Vitality seems to be daggers. Like, the only thing I've ever seen that uses vitality is daggers, and if you're unfortunate enough to have your weapon break for whatever reason, punching. Brainy weapons like stabs and books. Bows, spears. Lutes. This is the bard stat. And there's a rapier out here that uses talent. I've not seen a weapon that uses speed. Speed seems to just be what bases your initiative and what bases how far you move on the overland map. Luck is the stat that you use for anything that you can't burn focus for. So I'll get to focus in a second, but like luck is if you have a random encounter for a card game, if you have a random encounter with the evil mage, it's all luck. These blips are focus. You use focus to guarantee a roll. So let's say I wanted to make sure that I hit. I could burn a focus, burn a focus, burn a focus. It is guaranteed to work, even if there's a debilitation on me that would prevent one of those from filling up.
Now, that does not mean that it will crit. There is no guarantee for a crit.
I think luck determines crits.
Yes, I think so too.
So I think, so these sanctums, let me touch on that since we have one that we can see. So sanctums, these little blips right here, the little hex, those are what sanctum you are devoted to. Once you devote to a sanctum, you gain the buff on it, so we'll send Mackenzie there because of the evasion. She's an evasive character. It'll full heal her, give her +5 evasion and ambush immunity. It also makes it so that if she were to die, instead of dying, she would lose the buff and not die. If in the event that a character dies, we can spend these up here to resurrect them. Once you run out, you're out, unless you find a way to restore them. I'm going to go ahead and run over to Woodsmoke, since it's so close.
Ooh.
Loot the dead guy.
That is nice. That will come in handy.
Always good to see new faces join the quest. I am Hildebrandt, the Queen's agent overseeing things in the Guardian Forest. Things are bad here. Really bad. How bad? Really bad? Really, really bad? All signs point to some evil folk hatching a plot underground. The deepest cave in the regions are accessed through the glittering mines, but they've recently been sealed with dark magic. My sources have spotted a strange contraption here in the Guardian Forest. Go investigate it. I think it's our best lead. Solve the cult device in the Guardian Forest.
So currently we have 2 things that will reduce chaos.
Potentially. Now, these chaos devices, when you destroy one and you find them randomly, you can get a life back, reduce chaos by 1, or defeat a scourge. We don't have a scourge up here on the timeline yet, but like the Bandit King, once he becomes activated, the shop's prices double until you go out there and kill him. And they do different. There are different ones that do different things that have different levels of suck. So my recommendation for somebody that's never played this game: kill everything that moves and go to every random encounter that you see. If it's a little weird icon, go to it. These little statues, they give you experience and full focus. Now, when I mouse over him, all of the hexes that go red are who will be included in the fight. So like, for this example, when I jump on him, Bread will not be included in the fight because he's over in Woodsmoke. If there are enemies that are in those red markers, they will be included too, unless you successfully ambush. So, like, well, let me show you. So, like, let's say we were going to ambush. Right now, she would only have a 19% chance of success. Burn of Focus, 45. Burn of Focus, 72. Burn of Focus, 100%. That's what we're looking at.
But now, if you ambush, that means you go first.
And you only fight one type of the enemy.
Yes.
Like, certain enemies come in threes. Like this raven, if I just attack that raven, there'll be 3 ravens. If I ambush the raven, there'll be 1 raven. He has armor. So, we haven't touched on armor yet. So, that is just a flat damage reduction. So, just like Crispy has a flat 2 damage reduction. If she gets hit for 10, it becomes 8. She has no resistance, so magic does its full damage. If I get hit with magic for 5, it does 4. The green is resistant. The green is evasion, so that is just a flat dodge chance, which is why, damn it, I was going to give her that sanctum, but we forgot to go do it. She ends up having like a 60% flat dodge chance by the end of the game. Like, it becomes ridiculous. Smash him?
Smash him.
Let's have Crispy smash.
And that was a critical.
We'll put the worn leather boots on Crispy. I keep wanting to say Christy, but it's Crispy. Damn it. So this cult device takes talent, which none of us have, so we'll burn focus when we're ready to do it. We'll go ahead and tribute you on this statue, get that experience.
Okay.
That hot experience action. We will send Mackenzie to this sanctum. Devote to the sanctum of shadow. Wherever there is light, there is also shadow. And we will send me...
If you want.
So, see, you got to be careful with how you move, because the game wants to take the shortest path. So if I want to go here without avoiding the enemy, or by avoiding the enemy, I want to come up here first.
And that will happen sometimes.
See, now that was an ambush. That chick's immune to ambushes now, so that'll never happen to her. But we'll go ahead and bust him up. So this is an ability called Armor Pierce. If she succeeds, gets all 3 blips, you have to have all 3 on an ability, she will bypass that 2 armor reduction, which she just did. So see, that was her full 6 instead of being reduced by 2. We'll try it again. That time it won't be. Blast!
Now notice he did not have any kind of resistance, so bread will do full damage.
That is a breakable weapon. We haven't touched on those yet. That can at any time, or any time that there's 4, if she gets 4 X's all the way across, it breaks. There are some breakable weapons that are really powerful that just have 1 blip, which is great. It does awesome damage until you fail, and then it shatters. That's not so great.
Yeah, and it does it at the most inopportune moments.
Now, as you may have noticed, certain weapons take more of these. There's like a 2-handed hammer out here that has like 8. So, like Crispy, her strength is 81. 81% chance to fill up each of these. But she's still less likely to fill all of them up than a weapon with 3 or 2. The ones that have fewer typically do less damage but crit more often. The ones that have more do more damage and obviously crit less often because you're more likely to miss with them. So you kind of balance what you want. Once you get higher level, having one of those weapons that has a bunch isn't so bad. At low level, you want fewer. You want weapons that require less skill to use, essentially. Alright, let's get moving. I am thinking we go jump this guy.
Yeah, let's go jump him. Am I going to be included in that, though?
So anytime that you come on something that you don't want to do, you just end turn or leave on it, and you can still occupy the same space.
Yes.
No, you won't. That one won't be included, so let's...
Now, you can pass turns if you wish.
Yeah, we'll just end her turn.
Bread just did with Mackenzie.
I'll move here. In Bread's turn. That's what the herbalist does. She finds the herbs. That's what I just did. Now we'll go thump this guy.
Spin some focus. Ambush. Smash him.
Let me smash. Armor pierce? Nope. So if it's reduced to 0, it'll say that they blocked. So, this is the initiative order up here. Me, then Crispy, then Mackenzie, and then the Beastman. I can haste, which speeds up. I'm going to burn a focus just to show it to you because odds are I would fail. So, let's say I pick Crispy. It is going to make her go quicker in initiative moving forward. Of course, we're about to kill him, but in a longer combat, it makes more sense to do that. But you have to have anytime that you use an ability that has a secondary effect, or its effect is a buff or a debuff, you have to fill all the blips. It's 2-handed though.
Just collect it for now. Because I don't have much armor at the moment.
Okay. We're gonna go kill this bee. The mysteries of Fahrul are seemingly endless. You have stumbled upon dark cave. Not the dark cave, but a dark cave. There are lots of dark caves.
Now, for the bees, they do have a chance to drop a sponge that will increase your resistance.
Permanently, by 1. So, the items that you want to make sure that you use on the right people are the salty jawbreakers, which increase armor by 1 permanently. The honeyed sponges, which increase resistance. Black candy does physical damage, +1 permanently. And purple candy does magic?
I'm not
Something.
sure.
I don't know.
Been a
It
while.
says it.
It's been a little bit.
We're going to end her turn right there and bring us on down there. Well, we'll do it. There we go. Sometimes it heals you when you still have movement left, but not always.
Now, as you notice, we have leveled up differently at different intervals. So, you can have characters that are higher level than others.
Now, what I did just now was leave that test so that I could use a focus item and go back into it. Oh, but I can't use focus on this. So I'm not going to do it because I have money. But what I am going to do is move here, take Crispy's money, and let her attempt the gambling because she don't have any money to lose now. She gained gold.
6 gold.
Cool.
So... time to smash some bees. Well, bee.
Could you imagine getting stung by a bee that big? That would pump like a gallon's worth of venom into you. So we'll go ahead and use that on Crispy.
Now, while you touched on the about poison, the damages, the effects do stack in this game.
Yeah, they stack to a point, it seems, because later on you fight some demons, and we stacked a bunch of bleed on him, like over and over and over, and it seems to cap out at a certain point, but your damage over time abilities do seem to stack.
Yeah, have her go bust up that bee.
Charge! Of course you don't kill him on the first hit. It's not a thing you're capable of. Don't. No.
She's poisoned.
Crap. So poison also debuffs all your stats. That's a thing too. Give me another honeyed sponge because that just sounds like something I want to eat.
Now, there are items you can get in this game to get rid of poison.
Yeah, the herb is called a Panax.
We could go try to bust him up if you want to move us all up there. Or we can, and then we'll go hit that chaos generator. Because we're about to get chaos.
Boom. Die, beast man. Sometimes you'll hit them with a spell or an arrow and it'll just fling them off of the map. Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
We'll put the gambeson on. It's for a bard, but we don't have a bard, so... Squish the wolf. Smash?
Now, while we're looking at this, my character has an ability called Taunt.
You get that with certain shields.
I can draw the attention away from my party members for one enemy.
It's an aggro debuff.
Basically.
She can also, with this weapon, do Shockwave, which on a perfect 4 will do 5 splash damage to the enemies on either side of the one that you hit.
Okay, so let's just smash him.
Smash. Let me smash. Yes. No. Charge.
Down, boy.
And she stabbed him in the face, like... Collect. The little question mark is a completely random encounter, like we have no idea what it is. Once you get into other locations, it's easier to keep everybody grouped up, but I find in the forest regions and the swamp, it's the toughest. Once you get out in the plains, it's not so bad to keep everybody together, but... So that was a test based on the toughness.
And we just got a chaos.
And we'll have Crispy's character do that. This guy's a Scourge. Once he gets up and active, he starts messing with you every turn.
Okay, so with these cult devices we could get rid of a Scourge, a Chaos, or we can get 1 life.
We're at full lives. We have a quest to reduce chaos right now.
So do you want to go ahead and take out the Scourge? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Looks like those purple robe folk didn't appreciate us breaking their big toy. I'd say it's time we formally introduce ourselves. Best prepare for a good fight. It's not a hard fight. Okay, so we're going to have her drink from the pool.
I get an item.
Or dive into the pool, rather.
That will be more for your character.
That is for a bard. But it gives you armor, so we'll put it on. Now she looks like a witch hunter. Praise Sigmar and whatever. We will end your turn. Will bring me down here and do the Chaos Quest. Oh, and that's a Dark Carnival. We don't have a ticket, or I'd show it to you. You play like terribly high stakes games based on your luck. It's like feast or famine. There's no in between.
Ooh.
Boom, 42% chance. Playing the odds. Miss. I said miss.
He didn't want to miss.
I don't care what he wants. I care what I want. And it could just be me, but I feel like when we're all together, it does feel like they punish this character because they're the healer. I could be wrong. It could just be a fluke. But through the whole playthrough before, they beat the crap out of this character.
Let's go. Bust that up. Here we go.
Let me smash. That guy, the fire guy?
Yes, because he will set you on fire.
Yeah, like he can run over here. Like in this game, apparently torches are like weapons of mass destruction. Because he'll come over here, do a broad swing, hit all 3 of us, and set all 3 of us on fire. It's totally a thing that happens.
Yes. Smash him.
Just like that, but instead with fire.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that guy first.
Blast. We are too low level for this fight, by the way. This is a level 1 fight. We are level 0 still, but I think we can take them. No.
No,
Smash him.
do smash.
Smash. Look at all those bones that come out of his face.
Yeah, do the armor pierce. And she fell.
So that's an ability that pierces armor. If they don't get all three, it doesn't pierce the armor. Now, his armor doesn't affect me because mine's magic. They don't have any resistance. You don't encounter resistance until a little later. That is the best ability that the blacksmith has. I don't know what triggers it, but randomly, at random times, no matter what it is hitting her, she'll be like, nope.
Try shockwave. Just try.
So if you don't get all of them, it doesn't set the ability off. Had it set it off, it would have damaged the other guy some too. Ow, that wasn't very nice.
You need to party heal, probably. On your turn.
And down he goes.
One left.
I need to visit the pipe smith and upgrade my pipe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the herbs. Apparently you smoke them because what denotes how much they affect you is how upgraded your pipe is.
Smash him.
Her. I think it's a her.
Well,
It sounded
her.
like a her.
And one more hit should do it.
Boom.
And he's...
Using a tree for a pillow. We'll give that to Bread. We'll give that to Crispy.
Yes.
-1 Chaos.
And me and Mackenzie leveled up.
So leveling up boosts your stats, essentially, and health. That's it. And I think this will be where we wrap it up. So what we do next is come back, go to the Chaos Leader camp, kick him in the gonads, and come to the Glittering Mines. And then we'll be able to show you what happens when you go into a dungeon. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Have fun, guys.